Hello students, welcome to Modern Management Technique class. I am Professor Namrata Hampihori from Department of Commerce and Accountancy, KLS JCC Belgaum. In today's class, we are going to deal with the next concept, that is office management, right? So as we know that management means what here? It is a process wherein the planning, organizing, directing, staffing are being and controlling is being included. So in the same way, these applications of the management in your office work is called here as an office management. So your office management includes the technique of controlling an office in order to achieve its purpose or objective. So in other words, office management here, it is an activity which helps to keep in control the activities of the organization. So here office management is one of the technique of planning, organizing, coordinating and controlling the office activity with a view to obtain or to achieve the organizational objective, and it is concerned with effective and efficient performance of the office work. So here the success of the business most often depend upon how well the office is functioning. So here the volume of the papers in offices has been increased or manifold in these days due to the industrialization, then population explosion, then government control and application of various tax and labor laws to the any business. So office management can be defined as one of the technique which is used to control the office environment. Then coming to its elements, that is elements of office management. First one is your personnel, right? So your personnel means what here? That is type of the people that are needed for managing the office. So as managing office is one of the important and the crucial task, so the management becomes very important. So the managing of such office environment need a capable person. So personnel include here to take a suitable employee and give them a proper training so that they can increase their efficiency, right? And then also provide them incentives if they in the form of the motivation if they are giving the best. So here they can contribute further for the achievement of the goal. Then next here is purpose, right? So what is a purpose of managing the office is here to the purpose here is to motivate the personnel, right? So because of that, so that the determination of the purpose of the office will provide the direction and the guidelines to the office work. Then next here is environment, right? Here environment means what? Your working conditions. So here the condition which is prevailing the inside the organization and outside the organization will obviously affect the performance of the staff. So it should be seen that here the condition of the environment on the which is prevailing inside the organization must be favorable. Then here prevailing conditions includes the practices of social laws, political climate, legal requirement, etc. So here everyone must know their environment in which they are working. Then comes here is means, right? So here means are the tools which will help with the help of which the office performs the various activities, right? So with the help of, they need a premises, they need a furniture, they need a machineries, they need a stationaries, etc. They need a certain equipment for the functioning. Those are terms here as a means. So these means are properly selected and put to the use in the most convenient manner, and this will help to perform effectively and in the most economical way for achieving the desired result. So these four are the elements of the office management. Next, coming to the importance of office management. Why does it become necessary for a proper management of the proper maintenance of the office is it helps to achieve the targets. Okay, so your management will make the realize people about the goals or the objectives which are to be achieved, and they will help or direct them towards the achievement of the goal. Then optimum use of resources. So here optimum use of resources, here that is best use of the resources whatever are available. So here the management helps in utilization of a resources effectively. So here scarce resources are put to the use optimally by manager. So this will utilization of the resources is possible only when there is a proper coordination and integration among the various resources. Then comes is here minimization of the cost. This is one of the economic way wherein the cost should be reduced in a object of, so that the work will be simplified, as well as like reduction in the cost will help to earn the more profit here. Then comes a smooth flow of the work. Then here why important this coordinating the activities or managing the activities in the office will help to smooth flow of the work here. So here an uninterrupted flow of work is only possible if there is a proper planning and controlling. So here the management should ensure that there is a smooth flow of the work. Then it helps also in maintaining the office efficiency, right? So efficiency will help to boost the employees here, right? If they are quite efficient, then it will be always giving the good result. So if the employees are efficient, they will obviously give the 100% in their work. Then comes is provide innovation, right? So your innovation means you're finding the new thing, right? That is doing the thing in a better and the different that is different way. Okay, so here always the office should be updated. They should always find some innovative way to attract the customers, as well as to keep a watch on the competitors, as well as they have to they have to come with a strategy wherein the employees work can be simplified, or they from which they can provide the better working environment for the employees. Then help in retaining the talented staff, right? So these talented staffs are the asset of an organization. In order them to retain, they should they should adopt certain strategies so that they will be retained, such as motivating them by giving certain monetary benefits, motivating them by giving the appreciations, etc., right? So the workers should be put at ease or at a comfortable level in order to retain. Then that also help to develop a sense of leadership. Then managing the changes, right? So as we know that the office of today is completely changed when compared to yesterday, that is, it has become paperless. So these changes in technology will also change in the working condition. So you should be such a flexible that in an office that any kind of the changes takes place should be adopted easily here, right? So this will help the management in minimizing the resistance of the people and act as a change agent. So here, due to the changes in technology method, work procedures have changed for the efficiency, and economic people resist change due to lack of understanding the reasons of change and the lack of train in the new methods. Then comes here is maintaining the good public relations. So here office management helps in improving the public relations and increase the goodwill of the enterprise by dealing with the complaints of the consumers and the general public. Then it also helps in controlling and coordinating the office functions by harmonizing the office activity. It will it facilitates control by influencing the behavior of the event to ensure their conformity to the plan. So these are certain important points of important, that is why office management is important. Then next, coming to the duties and responsibilities of the manager. So here manager being the head of the office, he has certain his responsibilities and duties towards the office. First duty is here to organize the meeting and manage the database, right? So here database is what here, nothing but the information. So he should ensure that the proper meeting is being conducted and everyone should know about arranging the datas and keeping them in a sequence wise. Then booking transport and accommodation, right? So here in a office, like as we receive the raw materials, right, or we receive some of the finished products or any stationery, he should make sure that he has a good, he has to book a transport as well as a accommodation. Then organizing the company events or the conferences, right? So organizing the conferences which will help the employee to learn the new things, or the company will get the exposure because of these events and conferences. Then ordering the stationery and furnitures whenever necessary. Okay, it shouldn't be that like stationery may cost less, so you will order it in a bulk even if it is not necessary. No, so here the manager should order them only when it is necessary. Then he should deal with the complaints. So whenever the employee will come with the complaint, he should have to address their complaint, right? He cannot just escape from the complaint that this happens in the organization and it is common. So he have to address them by listening into the correct evidence. Then preparing the letters, presentations and reports. Okay, so these are one of the statutory thing which happens in the organization, that is preparing the letters, presentations and reports. So he should make sure that it is being drafted correctly. Then he should continuously supervise, monitor the work of the administrative staff. Then he should manage the office budget, right? So every office has its budget, so it shouldn't exceed that, that is there shouldn't be increase in the cost. Then delegate the task to the juniors, that is delegation means what here, passing the work or getting things done from the others. That is here you should provide the work to the juniors so that even they will learn the new work. Then organize the induction program if the employees are new. So here when the employees are new to the organization, give them an induction program so that they will get to know about the organization. Then ensure the health and safety of the employees. So ensure the healthy safety measures for the employees. Then attend the meetings, that is the company will have the EGM or board meetings. He should, as being a part of the organization as a manager, he should attend these meetings. Then assist the HR function, right? Being the employee or being a manager, he should assist, that is he should get involved in the HR functions, that is in the recruiting of the people. Then next, coming to the qualities of manager, the manager should have a sound education, that is he should have a good educational background, right? So this is one of his greatest asset, right? So he should hold the at least a bachelor degree in the commerce or business administration or secretarial practice in or any other disciple which will help him to deal with any situation, right? He should be able to communicate well in a working as well as a spoken words. Then he should have a good command over English language and other regional language also. So then, so that it is essential for him to have command over one or two language which will help him to draft a report. Then he should also be well real man and should be in touch with the current events in political, social and all the other streams. Then coming to the knowledge of office procedure. So here the manager should have the practical knowledge of the office routine and the methods to distribute the office work and among the employees in a better way. Okay, so he should be familiar with all the office works, right? So that he can keep an eye on everyone. Then specialized knowledge and training. So manager should have a specialized knowledge and training in the areas where he is performing his duty. Then personal qualities, right? A manager must possess certain personal qualities which includes the like self control, sincerity, emotional ability, leadership, broad vision, then scientific attitude, self confidence, punctuality, right, enthusiasm. Then he should be well behaved, he should be healthy, he should respect the commanding individual on whom everyone in an organization may respond confidence only. Okay, so these are certain qualities apart from his educational knowledge. Then organizing capacity, right, that is nothing but your leadership quality. So Then organizing capacity. So here the manager should be a good organizer. That is, here he should possess that leadership quality of distributing the work, delegating the authority and power, then select the people and entrust the work according to the skill and capacity. Then comes here is experience. So here experience will come along with the work and his age. So here a person as a manager, if he is an experienced, he is a big asset to a organization, right? So but here he has to show his wisdom and should be flexible enough to learn and prepare for the new orientation. So these were the qualities of the manager. So I hope you are clear with this today's class, wherein we have dealt with the certain duties and responsibility of the office manager, office management, and the qualities of the manager. So I hope today's class is clear to you all. Thank you.